Well, let's turn now to a number, 140,000. That's the number of hardworking Australians the Reserve Bank wants to see lose their jobs. Yes, you heard that right. The heavy price 140,000 Australians are expected to pay to stop the scourge of inflation. And it's official. After a run of record interest rate rises, the RBA Deputy Governor Michelle Bullock said on Tuesday the unemployment rate would need to rise to 4.5% over the next year to help get inflation under control. This means about 140,000 people losing their jobs in the next year and a half, according to the Fin Review. Oh, and in case you were worried, Michelle Bullock is unlikely to be one of those 140,000. She's happily expected to keep her job and her salary of almost $700,000. So why are we looking at this bleak forecast? At the RBA meeting just a couple of weeks ago, board members said productivity growth was disappointing. The RBA Governor Philip Lowe has been very clear that the Labor government does need to improve productivity to ensure wages growth isn't inflationary. The board minutes from the June 6 RBA meeting stated, members noted wage growth was still consistent with the inflation target, provided productivity growth picked up to around the average pace that had been recorded before the pandemic. It stated, while future trends in productivity were uncertain, the outcomes over recent times had been disappointing. Disappointing being the key word there. Michelle Bullock's speech yesterday, according to The Australian, has sparked an uproar from the union movement. The paper reports that the CFMEU, the Electrical Trades Union, the Australian Workers Union and the Health Services Union have called her remarks shameful. Putting the unions aside, the bigger problem is that one of the reforms of the Labor government's review into the RBA is to have two equal mandates for the RBA. Firstly, managing inflation, and secondly, achieving full employment. Given Michelle's comments, you can see how this would be problematic to have two mandates like this that would be, at times, like they are right now, conflicting and working against each other. If you have to bring down inflation and it is in conflict with the RBA's new mandate of full employment, well, the prevailing wisdom would be that you can't let inflation run. Dealing with inflation needs to be the highest priority. Michelle's comments yesterday highlight why Labor needs to reconsider the new dual mandate of the RBA before even more hardworking Australians pay a heavy price for the mismanagement of our economy.